Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with my next battle of the WBE. This is week 5. I'm coach of the NY Dreepys and we are taking on my boy Pattytrills, coach of the Sin City Scizors. Now, you guys should definitely go and check him out. We had a series on his channel called Little Cup to OU, which was very, very fun. And Patty has a very scary team too, so we'll get right into team preview in a second before the actual Wi-Fi battle. But of course, if you aren't already subscribed, feel free to. I'm on my way to 300,000 subs by the end of the year. That is my end of the year goal. And we're at 250K, so we have got a little bit of time before we get there. I was just checking to see if this is randomly shiny. Oh my god, it's shiny. No, okay, but yeah, shout out to young Usopp over here. But let's just get right into team preview, and then we'll get right into the battle. All right, so Patty has a very, very, very threatening team. Honestly, I don't think I even have the matchup. Necrozma, Sylvalia, Mienshao can do so many different things versus me. Whether it be Dragon Dance, Necrozma, or Swords Dance, Mienshao, or mix with Grass Knot. Sylvalia can be Swords Dance or Special, you turning around. And a lot of them are really good versus me. His defensive Pokemon, specifically Milotic, is very solid versus my team. I do have a Rose Raid on my draft overall as well as Vanillix, both of which can annoy it, but I'm not bringing them here today. And yeah, Wheezing as well, on top of Incineroar and Feral Thorn, can just be annoying pivots for me to switch into, or for him to just switch into my Pokemon. So the idea behind the team is just deal as much damage as possible, and hopefully allowing few opportunities for my opponent to basically ignore the Mon in front of them and set up. But yeah, if you guys haven't already checked out Patty, please do. His link is down below. Awesome dude. We actually had a whole series on his channel that was really, really, really fun called Little Cup to OU. So I encourage you to check it out. And I probably said it in the beginning already, but feel free to sub if you haven't. So, shout out to Gator as well for the team help. Let's talk about my team real quick. So first off, we have Excadrill as the first member on my squad. We have enough speed for max speed Milotic. I have Sand Rush, which allows him to outspeed his entire team, and as well as like Scarfers on his team too, his fastest Scarfers. Lumberry gives me a better chance versus Wheezing as well as Milotic. With the Spadef, I take a Scald, and I also take 2 Flamethrowers from defensive Wheezing. So the Lumberry obviously means I don't have to worry about being burnt, and at +2, and I can SD on them if I need to, just to do damage. So at +2, I do 72 to 86% to max defense Milotic, and at +2, I do 52 to 61% to max HP, max defense Wheezing. So it doesn't really need Sand to outspeed most of his team, but it's basically helpful there for the Mienshao, which is a giant threat versus my team. I also have Rabbit Spin. This is Rabbit Spin support because it can beat his spin blockers and Golurk and potentially Sylvalia if he wants to run Ghost on that. Now Dugtrio is coming back, and Dugtrio basically punches holes as well with Excadrill, and they either clean up or they support each other. It really can brute force through his team under Sand. Just to give you an idea of some calcs, but max defense, max HP Milotic under Sand takes 50 to 59% from Life Orb, Sand Force, Alolan Dugtrio. This also gives me some speed control as well for Mienshao. I am faster than it, just to be safe. You never know, because Adamant is something he should run versus me, but he could run Jolly as well, just because he wants to potentially outspeed like max speed Darmanitan, which I think is a fair thing versus me, though he does have Milotic as a pretty solid switch in. But Dugtrio also 3 KOs Wheezing under Sand as well with Iron Head, and it's just a huge threat versus him. It's very, very fast, and Iron Head and Earthquake are very hard for my opponent to switch into. And just so you guys know, Life Orb, Earthquake outside of Sand is a guaranteed KO on 0 HP Mienshao. It does 100 to 117%. So Dugtrio and Excadrill really do help each other out here, kind of like in the first game of the WBE. Next up, we do have Gigalith. Now, honestly, Gigalith is not the best Pokemon in this game. Like, it can check Incineroar, it can check Braviary, but they both have access to close combat. It can check Jolteon, but Jolteon can just Volt Switch out. It might take it could take a non-Life Orb close combat from Mienshao, but I feel like Life Orb is super good versus me. But depends, he might want to bring Scarf, which I think is a little bit easier for me to deal with, though the idea behind Scarf would be probably just a U-turn out to scary threats like Necrozma, Incineroar, Golurk, anything like that. But it provides Sand support. I have the Smooth Rock, so I have the maximum turns of Sand. Max attack, that way I actually pose a threat to him as well. And I have Stealth Rock as well for obviously the team. Throat Chop, 2 KOs, no HP. Necrozma guaranteed out of Sand, as well as Golurk. A Rock Blast is great for nailing basically everything on his team besides Feral Seed. It's actually really good, even like Mienshao doesn't appreciate it. And then I have Explosion. Originally this was Earthquake, just for consistent damage on Mienshao. But Explosion is cool because, well, I do have to worry about, giving up my Gigalith and potentially giving up my Sand. Like in a pinch, I can live a Scald from my Lodic, and max defense, max HP, my Lodic takes 66 to 77%, I believe, from max attack Explosion. So that's crazy because that automatically puts it in range of basically attacks from all my members. So it's really good. And this, as well as like Slowbro as usual, are like my pivots and my sacks if I need to for the offensive threats on my team, like Choice Specs. Noivern, now I'm really hoping that this week it decides to put on its glasses because it got the specs on, It had some fog in its eyes last time, but hopefully this week is really good because if I land Hurricanes, and I'm modest, by the way, I can afford to go modest since it outspeeds max speed Mienshao. And his fastest Pokemon is Jolteon, which naturally outspeeds me. But if I land Hurricanes, I 2-hit KO basically every mon on his team. I have to be careful though, because I'm Hurricane, Air Slash, U-Turn, and Draco Meteor. We're first to see his items. I think it's a fantastic. I mean, I like leading Noivern a lot just because it's good. And like, even if my opponent has like an anti-lead that's Scarf or something, I figure out immediately, or Focus Sash or Assault Vest, or whatever the hell it wants to be. I'm good versus it. So I have, I have options versus it as well. I can see what they have. But I have to be careful about clicking Draco Meteor just because Necrozma, Savali, and Alcremie can all set up. Alcremie is a giant problem as well, especially if it is like Acid Armor. But Hurricane 2-hit KOs everything on his team if they're just max HP. Like max HP, my Lodic gets 2-hit KO'd. Max HP Incineroar gets 2-hit KO'd. Shoot, man, max HP, max Spadef Incineroar I think is 2-hit KO'd as well. Feral Seed 2-hit KO'd, Alcremie 2-hit KO'd. But of course, it all depends on me actually landing my attack. And if you bring special defensive mons, well, I have an Excadrill, a Dugtrio, and a Gigalith, and a Darmanitan all running basically max attack to deal with that. So again, it uses U-Turn, just bring momentum for my team as well. So Darmanitan still outspeeds +1 Necrozma and Scarf Braviary, which is why we're running Choice Scarf. We have Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Rock Slide, and Trick. Rock Slide is good for Braviary, just so I don't have to risk taking recoil. U-Turn just gives me momentum as well for the squad. And just Flare Blitz to no bulk Necrozma does 88 to 105%, so I KO with Stealth Rock guaranteed, which is really cool. And again, U-Turn is really nice. And I have Trick. Trick lets me disrupt setup mons, or basically also maybe disrupt something like my Lodic from clicking Recover, Scald, Ice Beam, because it can versus my team. There's like, that's gonna happen. But I mean, I have ways around that, which is just teleport spamming with Slowbro and then pivoting out and then U-turning and chipping away at it and whatnot. But if it comes down to it, I can trick it with Darmanitan if I really, really, really need to. And though my Choice Scarf is extremely good on this team because that's his only fire resist, besides Incineroar, of course. But I just U-turn out, and I have Rock Slide for Incineroar as well. And Slowbro is my final member, and we are running no item. Originally, we were Rocky Helmet, but Golurk can be a very big threat offensively. If he runs Poltergeist, it just hits 2-hit kills my entire team. So, I mean, Shadow Punch does the same thing too, but no item lets me avoid Poltergeist. It also, with no item, I live Adamant Life Orb. Well, I want to say like Lonely Life Orb, whatever item, whatever. Let's say it's just a plus attack nature and then a neutral special attack nature. I live like Life Orb, Adamant, or Life Orb plus attack knockoff into 0 special attack Grass Knot from Mienshao, guaranteed. I also live +2 Life Orb Adamant knockoff from Mienshao. I also live +2 Adamant knockoff from Incineroar. So while I miss out on Rocky Helmet, damage, and chip, chances are most of his mons are either going to knock him off anyway. So it allows me to at least take those hits. But basically, I switch into anything physical and I sack it when necessary. That's how Bro has always been played every week. It does decent damage with 3 attacks because I have Surf, Psychic, and Flamethrower. Psychic is a guaranteed KO on Mienshao. Surf 2-hit KOs Incineroar. Flamethrower 2-hit KOs Feral Seed. Obviously, Psychic also threatens Wheezing as well. You can bring T-Spike. Pseudo annoying. I mean, I have Spin anyway. And then just teleporting around gives me that momentum. It's a decent check to Mienshao, Braviary, Necrozma, Incineroar, and Golurk, depending. And I have Surf over Scald because I don't want to burn my Lodic and have it get Marvel Scale. Honestly, like I said, he has an extremely, extremely threatening team. It'll be interesting to see if he actually ends up bringing Wheezing though, because I could easily be Mold Breaker on my Excadrill and just click Earthquake versus him. But I definitely expect my Lodic and Mienshao to come. I think those are guaranteed this game. But Yeah, guys, let's get right into the battle versus Pattytrills. All right, guys, so we're here with my battle versus Patty. I honestly don't feel too good. I'll be honest, not about the battle, but I mean he does have a good matchup versus me, but I actually don't like feel well. I did not eat today, and then I took way too long. I ate around like 9:30, but should be okay. You know, hopefully it doesn't affect my play. It probably does, but let's see what happens, man. Pokemon's a mental game. Go and check out Patty though. Ooh, no. Okay, so no Milotic, which is really nice, but he also didn't bring anything that like really gives me free switch-ins to a lot, honestly. He brought a lot of threats, my god. Okay, Necrozma. Pretty weak to Excadrill though, so I'm very happy about that. Incineroar. Surprised did not bring Milotic. I felt like I hard-walled everything. My Dugtrio looks pretty good here too. Incineroar, Jolteon. Silvally, which I'll find out the type while we're playing. Wheezing. Maybe it's Silvally flying? Nah, I doubt it. I mean, also Darmanitan looks phenomenal in this game too, but yeah, let's see what ends up happening. And what's it called? Mienshao. So Jolteon is going to be the only thing that's faster than my Necrozma. Now, if I brought my Milotic, I would have just let off with Necrozma here, but I'm honestly thinking about leaning off with my my Gigalith, because if he leaves Jolteon, it's a little bit annoying early on. And if he leaves my Yanshao, I have my Slowbro as a guaranteed switch. So it should be okay from there. Getting the sand up as early as possible too. I guess he could have brought T-Spike as well. But yeah, let's see how this ends up going. If he leads off with Necrozma, it's a problem. It's going to hit me hard. Especially if it's Earth Power or something. If he leads off with Mienshao, I should be okay with Slowbro. He does lead off with Mienshao, which is nice versus me. Obviously. I'm assuming he might be Life Orb. But I should be able to safely go out into my Slowbro there. And I won't die to +2 knockoff, even if he's Adamant Life Orb with 2 turns of sand. So I'm going to make the Slowbro play right now. We'll see how much U-turn does if he's Life Orb. It should do 37 to 45. He might go right for Swords Dance here. He goes for Drain Punch immediately, which isn't bad. Let me see. Drain. Drain Punch is cool too, because I actually live like that. He's not Life Orb either, so I'm going to get that out of the calc. But Drain Punch is cool as well, because I actually live that with my my what's it called? I actually live that with my Mon, so I'm just gonna throw off a Psychic here. I'm assuming he'd U-turn out into Necrozma if anything. 169 to 107. Run this calc. U-turn. He's Adamant. He's Adamant or High Roll Jolly. Either High Roll Jolly or Adamant. Probably Adamant. I'll keep that in mind. But Psychic is just a good play in general. I don't care if he goes Necrozma or whatever the hell he wants to do. I could have teleported here, to be honest, giving me a little bit of momentum. Probably should have actually, but again, kind of be a little bit safe, or at least to start. But teleport was definitely the best play. He does get Necrozma. Okay, not too bad. Maybe he wants to get up rocks. But I get a little bit of chip off on it, which is actually pretty important, because now it gets 2-hit KO'd by Throat Chop from Gigalith. Do we see leftovers? We do see lefties on Necrozma. So I'm assuming this might be rocks. Either way, I think I go right out to you. And I want to get up my own rocks, and then I want to start messing them up with my Dugtrio. He might Earth Power immediately. He substitutes. I don't know what substitute's supposed to do, but I mean, I have Throat Chop, which is a guaranteed break on the sub, so I'm just gonna go for it. let's not mess around with this demon. Calm Mind, sub Calm Mind, okay. Now in the sand, I do still want to try and keep my, I want to try and keep this Mon alive, just because the sand is going to be really nice for, like I said, Excadrill, messing him up. But this will break itself, like I said. Sub CM. I could explode to guarantee kill him right here, but then I'm kind of misplaying my sand turns, which might not matter too much. Okay, I'll throw chop again as he goes for Showdown Geyser. Ooh, good chunk, good chunk. Not gonna lie. Ooh, but I do a good chunk right back. Cannot sub on me, which is really good. I wonder what his other move is. So I don't want to sack this. He could be Heat Wave. I don't want to sack this because I want to keep my sand turns alive. This Mon gets a kill whenever it comes out. Honestly, as much as I like my Dugtrio here, maybe Dugtrio's not the play just because my I'm gonna go Dugtrio. I'll die to his attack, but I want to make sure Excadrill is just as good. He does go for another Showdown Geyser, which I do live. Yep. Cool. So I'm gonna be able to get damage off on Wheezing, hopefully here, by Iron Heading, which is gonna open up for my which is gonna really open up for my what's it called? My Excadrill on the back, which is the game plan. So we go for Iron Head here. I didn't want to go Bro because Bro can at least take on everything. Wheezing, it takes on Mienshao. I still have Excadrill for Jolteon as well. And Scarf Darmanitan, if that Mon takes a hit, I'm good. I'm gonna say he's at about 25%-ish, about 29%, I would say with that Mon. Weezing's gonna take nothing if it's physically defensive. Ooh, good damage. Good damage. Hold up. Black Sludge? Black Sludge. So that's alright. I'll go for another Iron Head. I'll go for another one. Right quick. This is really good for Excadrill because that means Excadrill only needs one hit off on him. He might end up making a double out into Incineroar, but the thing is, I have one more. I live on 2 HP my next Life Orb hit, so I'll take this. So that's amazing. Wheezing dies to like most hits. I still have Jolteon. I still have Darmanitan. I also have a chance to flinch as well and crit all in this turn as well. So, he goes for Flamethrower, which is smart. Sandstorm goes off. Wheezing does die to Excadrill's attack though. But Flare Blitz doesn't look to have a switch in, so besides Incineroar. So I'm gonna go out to you. Honestly, I kind of want a Rock Slide here, but I think we'll just Blitz. Because if I get rid of Wheezing, I can click Earthquake, which is what I want to do versus his team. Rock Slide would have worked here too. Maybe I should have went Excadrill because it attacks where he can't defend, but alright, so Wheezing goes down, which means I can click Earthquake. Wheezing kills Dougie. Darm kills Wheezing. Cosma is at 29%, which is great. That's for Flare Blitz. Mienshao, I already know, dies to Flare Blitz. Probably has to go Incineroar here. Like I said, most likely Incineroar here. Should be a knockoff coming out. So my Slowbro can take a bulky Incineroar's knockoff very easily. And if he's banded, I'll find out right now. So I'm actually going to go Bro. Because again, my Darmanitan can sweep late game. I didn't want to go Gigalith because I already take damage from Necrozma. I'm basically just trying to get in my... as he goes for Drain Punch. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm assuming he might try and knock off here. Gonna teleport. He might be Shuka, but the plan is to teleport. I don't want to activate a weakness policy either if he's that. But the plan is to teleport and then get in my... see how much his knockoff does, by the way. 56 to 68 if he is off, not offensive. If he is offensive, Darkest Lariat. This has to be like, I think, max attack to do anything crazy to me. Alright, I want to find out his item. Lariat. Drain. Let's see what he has. Shuka. Okay. Shuka Berry. Makes sense. Air Slash is safe. Doesn't have to risk missing, and I just need damage on Incineroar so I can knock it out from there. He might go hard Jolteon. It's good to know he's Shuka. Just keep that in mind. But I think the Necrozma made more sense. Yep. I agree with the Necrozma. So now he doesn't have that sack for later. Again, my Earthquakes are going to be good. I don't want a Draco as well. Noivern, KOs, Necrozma. Okay, Jolteon, Silvally, Incineroar, Mienshao. So some giant threats. Jolteon comes out. Giant threat number 1. They call me the Sandman. Yeah? No? I mean, yeah. That's what I am. The Sandman. Now, I don't know what his Silvally type is. Could be ground. He might Volt Switch, but I do have, like I said, a potential... I have a potential Mon that can come in on that, so... Shadow Ball makes sense, too. It's leftovers. I'm going to make the Excadrill play here. Thunderbolt would be like the only thing that could probably knock me out, I would say. Can't Volt Switch either. And then I get in Drill and I can click Earthquake. And if he goes Mienshao, I mean, it's annoying, but... I suppose Magnet Rise could also be a thing. It'd be nice to get a Brox because he shook a berry on Incineroar, but I don't want him knocking me out with Thunderbolt. He does Thunderbolt there, awesome. So, I mean, we'll find out what his Silvally typing is right now because I get an Earthquake off on something. I guess we could see random Grass. Grass isn't bad. Flying would be very interesting. He might be flying, but he had Wheezing as well, so... I get a kill right now or Earthquake, though. Essentially, depending on the Silvally set, of course. Because there is sand on my side as well. I am Jolly, though, and not Adamant, which might make a difference. Drain Punch, Darkest Lariat. Silvally come out? He does go Silvally. What are you? I don't know what the hell that is. Water? Flying? Nope. Ooh, that is a dirty roll. That is a dirty roll. Oof. Oof, I want to see that damage, though. Should I choke it and attack? Kind of want to. I kind of want to, man. Yeah, so if he's max HP, which that looks like it, I actually 2 a KO because of sand, so that's awesome. So Excadrill KO Silvally. Exca KO Silvally. And this is why I used Dugtrio the way I did early. So the break. I mean, Dugtrio once again helping out Excadrill. Seriously. Incineroar comes out. I get kills with Draco. I'm just going to bring right out my Noivern and click Draco. We want to keep my sand turns alive. I have Flare Blitz to KO both me and Shao, as well as the Jolteon, so I'm not worried about that. Noivern will live every hit. And if he Swords Dances on my sack, he could just Flare Blitz immediately too, which makes Drain Punch works too. Yeah, so this is modest specs. So what I'm hoping to do here is just pick up another KO for young Noivern in the family. I think Sand ends in like 2 turns. Draco, if I kill Incineroar, I get a kill when Jolteon comes out again. I wonder how much this does to Jolteon. %110%. What if it's max HP? 89 to 106. I don't remember if it took any damage, I'm gonna be honest. All I know is Incineroar is not gonna appreciate this, that's for sure. So I'm a little bit surprised. I'll talk about it, Patty, in the interview. But I'm a little bit surprised he didn't end up bringing my Milotic. Main thing is, ooh, is that going to be a Gigalith KO there? That might be a Gigalith KO. Main thing that surprised me is that I just feel like my Milotic was just so good versus me. Like it really was. Gigalith KOs. Nice. Gigalith, passive KO, or in passive KO. Incineroar with Sand. Mienshao comes out. I think I just go you. I always throw you out because, like, I mean, I could just click Draco again. If my Sand ends, I just sack I sack the homie. Knockoff don't even kill me because, again, I am running no item. Yeah, so at this point, Flare Blitz gets every KO there. I'm just waiting. I think Sand ends out in 1 turn. Yep. Just quick Psychic here. Knockoff won't KO me. Grass Knot would be the only thing that could at this point. Maybe if it's Extra Belt. I guess he could be Extra Belt in general. I didn't see its item. So I click Psychic. I just kept Noivern because Slowbro is always supposed to be my sack. No matter what. But Slowbro might get a KO here. Like I said, Knockoff won't kill me because I don't have an item. What I say? He could be Assault Vest. He is Assault Vest. Alright, all I gotta do is sack young Gigalith. That way I reset the Sand. Excadrill clicks Earthquake twice. We're not gonna let Saitama die because, I mean, it's One Punch Man, bro. He can't die. So he was AV. And this is great too because Jolteon can't even sub or do anything crazy because I have Explosion. And we got them 8 turns of Smooth Rock, so no garbage should happen that could beat me down. He does go for U-turn there. Probably bring out Jolteon. But young Excadrill is going to KO a few more Mons too. But yeah, I mean, this is why, like I said, those either Dugtrio helps out Excadrill or Excadrill helps out Dugtrio. I decided to do the Dugtrio play earlier because I realized from what he brought, as good as Dugtrio was, basically killing everything, better probably than Excadrill. Excadrill has the natural bulk to come in multiple times. So we just go for Explosion here. That way he can't Magna Rise or do anything. I don't know if Jolteon gets that. That's an electric type, so I'm assuming. That way I can't miss Rock Blast or go for Throat Chop. Basically, it's a one-hit KO. He goes for Volt Switch. How many KO? What's? Let me check the WBE site real quick. WBE. So I'm about to see if I can put some KOs because I think I win. So let me see the statistics. Who gets more kills? So right now Noivern is at 8 kills, number 2. I don't want to bring that out. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just go drill and get 2 more. So Excadrill definitely KOs Mienshao at that point, and it definitely KOs Jolteon. So that should be game. Like, can't do anything. He can switch back on to Jolteon to get regen, but it's not going to win the game. He can't even like dodge my moves because I have Scarf Diamante in the back. This is why I was really worried about my Lodic. My game plan versus it was going to be like U-turn with Noivern, get in Slowbro, get in Sand on a turn to chip it around, keep U-turning, and put it hopefully in range and teleport around on every Toxic or Recover or whatever. Psychic gets Spadef drops if it wasn't competitive, and then get in range of my Spexmon. So, I mean, he's trying to get his regen, which makes sense, but Excadrill, I mean, you have to be max defense, I think, to live this. KOs Jolteon. And Excadrill KOs Mienshao. I'm like, that's a little bit premature, but I'm fairly confident that's what's about to happen. I am fairly confident. Maybe not. Maybe I get, you know what? I'll get Noivern another kill. That's awesome. Potentially. Maybe I might not kill. Because Life Orb Dugtrio kills 100%. But this thing is HP invested. I KO'd it. Alright, well, good game to Patty. The New York Dreepys are now 5-0 in the WBE. If you guys obviously enjoyed the battle, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Check out Patty's side. We're going to do an interview. But check out Patty's side. It's up on his channel. If you missed any of the previous battles, there's a playlist down below. You know, leave a like. You can check out all the other coaches as well. I appreciate all the support. And I will see you guys in the interview, hopefully. So, yeah, that's it. Goodbye, friends. All right, guys. So we are here with my boy Patty, a.k.a. Johnny Bravo, a.k.a. You can keep going if you want. You know.
A.k.a. Young Captain America, a.k.a. hottest rapper of 2020, a.k.a. No, I'm just kidding. A.k.a. just got absolutely destroyed, and then he wants to interview me just to rub the salt in. Oh, God, what a savage.
So look, the reason I said you had the matchup before we went into the game was because I thought if you brought like physically defensive Milotic, like my gameplay versus that was going to be very hard.
Yeah, see, I thought Milotic was good, and that's why I brought water like Savali to still have
the water attack, and you want it to be faster than Excadrill. I get it.
But yeah, because Milotic, because like Roserade running around was a threat, like IMO.
No, I get you. I had fast sleep powder and things like that. H Jolteon's hits, it's whatever. Yeah, it was contemplated being brought. It definitely was. Like a more offensive variant as well. So I understand the Savali water because you can. I mean, you have max speed, so you outspeed Roserade. You outspeed Excadrill. You threaten them. You at least can U-turn out or party shut out on Savali. With Savali on Roserade, so it makes sense. I think the Incineroar was good. I brought, like I said, no item Slowbro because it lives +2 max attack knockoff. Yeah. I also thought if you brought like Life Orb, dude, if you brought like Life Orb Adamant Mienshao with or like not Adamant but like Lonely or whatever, so you can get the Grass Knot. It lives like knockoff in a Grass Knot, max BP and stuff like that. So it was a last minute change that
Bro, just like your Mons, you're just built different.
Okay.
You need to go home.
Nah, it was I was basically sacking Dougie to a point to get an Excadrill because I knew they could do both the same thing, but it ended up working because you went for Photon Geyser over Heat Wave, which makes sense considering the Pokemon that was in front of you.
Yeah, because what was in front of me at the time? It was
Gigalith, yeah.
Yeah, because Heat Wave would be resisted.
So yeah. So
yeah, that was a good read.
I mean, it was more like it's gonna need a hit, and then the way the team was built was that Dugtrio and Excadrill were supposed to support each other, to the point where one of them goes in, whether it be Excadrill or whether it be Dugtrio. In this case, it was obviously Excadrill because it put Wheezing down, which was your only ground immunity.
Yeah. Once Wheezing fell, I was like, yeah, my Excadrill counter is like really tough.
Yeah.
I was like, I could live with like Savali, but I was like, I can't really do anything in return.
Yeah.
I was like putting in Sand, like.
Yeah, Sand gets rid of the roll. Like it does like 45 to 53 to max HP. Yeah. And then Sand just says it's a guaranteed 2 KO. So I was like, you know what, this is 2 KO. Let me go for it. But I like the AV Mienshao pick. Like being able to at least tank an emergency.
I had Weather Ball Jolteon just in case you brought Sand or Hail because I was going to use it for my Noivern shit.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like obviously Ice Weather Ball like decimates Noivern, but I think Rock, because that's what it is in the Sand. I think it was like it does like 80-something% like min or some shit.
Which is good. Which is definitely solid damage in general.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I had the Incineroar with Shuka was just kind of. Try to hold off.
Makes sense.
Drill.
Yeah, makes sense. I went Noivern because I was like, what is your item? Let's find out right now. Like
Yeah, no.
I've
Once
seen,
it pulled up Shucka, like I forgot Noivern got Frisk. I was like, oh, now he knows the tech. Tough.
yeah. So I mean, like at that point, had I not known, obviously I would have went like Excadrill first on you. But
Yeah.
it didn't make sense to like go to my potential win con, because once Incineroar took damage, that's why I went for I'm modest specs Noivern. So that's why I went Noivern
Yeah.
because it basically either guarantees one of two things: a Mon dies. So I mean, you had AV. And I think Jolteon's a roll because you have some HP.
Actually, you said modest. I don't think my AV lived the Draco. I think it was only calced for.
Timid.
I think I lived modest life for, but not modest specs.
I
think Draco came down to roll anyways at that point or something.
Maybe,
like that.
maybe. I feel like you did. I feel like you did though, because I know I've seen Mienshao EV to take like Life Orb Dracos from Hydreigon. Then again, specs and Life Orb are different. Hydreigon's stronger than.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, so I wonder how that roll actually goes down.
Yeah, calc that later.
Yeah.
But I mean,
No, I thought my team was pretty well prepped for you, and I thought your team was really well prepped. I think it was like the smaller nuances that like won. Like you not having no item on Slowbro was huge. You frisking my item on Incineroar was huge.
it helped. It helped a lot.
And then I think that was like the real game changer.
Yeah,
Once Weezing went
sure.
down, I had nothing for Excadrill, and it was just kind of at your will.
I regret not. I made one misplay that I really didn't like, and it was not teleporting with Bro immediately on Mienshao. But I was kind of greedy. I'm like, well, what if he tries and goes for like SD or something, or damage on Jolteon would be nice. So I regret not going for the. Did I hard switch when I went Gigalith? I feel like I hard switched instead of teleporting. I regret not going for teleport turn one. Because it might have been nice. It would have been nice to get in Gigalith like at full.
Oh no, I think you had to hard switch because if you didn't, you turned killed.
Yeah.
I think you were forced to hard switch.
No, I psychicked into Necrozma.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, my bad. You're talking about real earlier in the game.
Yeah,
You're talking about like turn 3-4, like over here. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, well, Necrozma doesn't have Signal Beam because that doesn't exist in the game right now.
I cry every time.
So I wasn't sure.
Every time.
And I couldn't let Slowbro go down because he's Saitama. That was like my little thought process. Like, I can't let Slowbro die here. This is Saitama. He can't die. Hey, One Punch Man, bro. That's One Punch Man. It's my homie.
Saitama is the homie. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was a good battle. I don't think I necessarily misplayed. I just think I was just trying to crowd control, like what Sand Rush Excadrill is.
Yeah, it was hard for you to go for Heat Wave as well. With Necrozma in front of Gigalith because I had shown Throat Chop, and like at that point you already knew it KO'd you. And my pivot into, I was also going to pivot into Slowbro on that turn, but I was like, then I lose my main pivot into Mienshao, and a really good answer to Weezing. So like I had a Lumberry on Excadrill for like my loaded Skull Burns and Weezing Will-O-Wisp in it. With my Spadef, I take 2 flamethrowers guaranteed from Weezing. So I like my options like that. But like once Weezing went down, I was like, okay, cool. Just position myself well with Excadrill, like Earthquake, and because of Dugtrio, let me do that. Basically.
Yeah, the team was saucy. What other teams are normally like that?
Boy,
Plus you got the good pivots.
I like the Blaze Kick. That's for Roserade?
Yeah, Blaze Kick was for Roserade. Obviously, if you brought Ice, it's for like switching. Obviously, Drain Punch is a thing, but like it's safe if you were to have that build as well. Like it just hits multiple mons.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And then, yeah, it was for the Roserade, and then obviously I think you had, I think it was one more. Oh yeah, yeah. It was just like for if you were to switch to get Risk K.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So I think is that the first time we battled each other?
I feel like it is the first time we played each other on Wi-Fi. I think we played Little Cup ever.
I mean, yeah, I'll play like Little Cup every once in a while.
But did we ever? I mean, we played Little Cup. Oh, to OU guys. I mean, I was telling them the other thing, guys. We had a series on this channel. If y'all want to check it out, we did Little Cup to OU.
I thought you were segueing into that. I was like, sure, we did Little Cup plenty of times, all the way to OU actually.
Yeah, we got all that on this channel, which is a really good series. So y'all should check it out. Hopefully, when life gets a little bit less hectic, can do something else again like that. I think it'd be really fun.
Oh yeah, no, but it's crazy. I thought like I can see the fact that I didn't know you interviewed your victims. I guess at this
Don't
point.
say that. The first time I ever did it was because I hacked Monotui in the GBA, and I didn't want people talking crap to me after, so I wanted us to talk to each other. So
that makes sense.
But I think it's also good too because freaking victims. Don't call them victims. I think it's good because there's a lot of like unsaid stuff. Like what if I crit you every turn and afterwards I said GG and you said GG? Like, come on, you're not gonna go
Man.
away walking like, oh man, like I'm just had a bad day.
Bro.
I worked
Bro,
9 to
that
5,
was,
and this dude came in and hit me.
What week was that? It was my BBR week 5 or 6 or something like that. So we played on Showdown because Homeboy was just like, he had an issue with connecting like usual, right? And then, so I sit here and I'm like 2v1ing him. All he had is a Kangaskhan and a Hydreigon left. And my Clefable was calced to like beat the 2v1. Like I outlived his body slams. I had soft boiled. My Moonblast did enough. Bro, for like 70 turns. I'm just sitting here like pee-pee stalling. Like he's protecting, wishing, that, you know, with Kangaskhan and stuff. And I'm like, bro. And then I'm like, dude, just don't para. And he parried and he body slammed me and then won. And then he was like, GG. And I was like, you know damn well that wasn't GG or yours to win. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean, I don't want no ill will. And regardless if I 6-0 or get 6-0, you know? I wanna be able to talk about it because I feel like it helps. It's not like supposed to be therapy, but it's also like to understand the thought process behind it. Like, to understand the thought process behind it without, like, you know,
yeah.
Like I said, I'm not trying to have people not even just get angry and upset too, but
yeah. God, that no item slow, bro, is such a tech.
that was the last minute thing.
God, I applaud that. That's such a tech. Because I was like, I came in, I was like, is he gonna be Rocky Helmet? Nothing. I was like, all right. Is he lefties? Nothing. I was like, damn. I was like, is Homeboy like
Cobra or something? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, is he like? Yeah, I was like, is he like berry specific now? I'm like, dude, what? And then I knock off and no item was off and he lived, and I was like, dude, classic OU tech. He doesn't have all the moves yet. Like, he needs to get this kill to fill in his item slot. I get
it. Little cup to OU right there, right there.
Yeah.
That Slowbro has all his moves, but no item. Yeah, I found that. Originally it was Rocky Helmet, like I said, and my Gigalith had Earthquake over Explosion. But
yeah, I thought your Gigalith was more especially defensive.
Oh no, it was max attack.
Yeah, so I noticed when I checked
when you did damage, like when
when Photon Geyser did over half, I was like, oh yeah, never mind. I was like, JK.
Yeah, it's yeah, it was definitely max attack. Like originally it had Earthquake over Explosion just for consistent damage and knocks out Jolteon guaranteed and consistent damage on Mien shots to a KO. But I put Explosion. Oh, you can go.
I thought Throat Chop was a nice touch.
Oh yeah, Throat Chop just helps me. 2 KOs Golurk, 2 KOs no HP, Necrozma. Just lets me break subs too and do some damage as well. With 2 KOs no HP Necrozmas with Sand. But like the Explosion was like, my Lodic is a problem, so I can live in Emergency Scald, and even max defense, max HP takes like 66 to 76, so it puts it in range of every member on my team. And then it also, OHKOs. It's basically, it's a nuke, right? So it gives me something for that. So those are like last minute changes right before the battle.
I'm trying to think if there's any play I could have done. Yeah, I mean, I guess like hindsight, not even then. Hindsight 2020, I guess when you had the Dharma out, I could have gone into Incineroar to take the flare.
You could have used Earth Power, I think, over Heat Wave on Necrozma. I think that would have been like the main thing.
Yeah, the one in the middle. I was just worried just in case you brought the ice, but I was like,
no, it makes sense because I mean, if you look at your team. Even your Incineroar is taking probably 30% plus Hail Chip, so it makes sense. Ice Cream hella strong.
Hey,
this Necrozma's missing EVs. Is it supposed to be in speed? I'm assuming it's supposed to be in speed.
I have 44 in speed because I was.
It says you're missing 45 EVs.
Oh, no, it shouldn't be.
Maybe it's just supposed to be max. The rest in special attack 220.
Oh yeah, that's weird. The pace was wrong.
It says 175 special attack.
I wonder if it was gen wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like the rolls weren't that serious, obviously, but like I wonder if, because on my end I have it at 2. I might have to check the summary.
That's fair. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like that.
No. I don't think any of those rolls mattered. I don't think so. Like it's not like the
Dugtrio, like it would have still had 2 hits in it at least, not 3. Like I had 3 hits because I probably would have just had 2, if anything. It's Iron Head and then Iron Head again. On Weezing. Where's the Charizard?
Yeah, Charizard,
my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't think I really misplayed in any real area. I think it was just kind of
I mean, once Weezing went down, it made it hard. And that turn was also really tough for you too, because if I play Earthquake with Dugtrio instead of Iron Head on The thing is too, like let's say your Weezing took that 50% hit, and then you decide to switch out into Silvally Water. I still have one more hit left, and I'm doing like I'm probably like I'll run the calc right now, like to see.
I think Iron Head EQ kills.
I think it does too, dude. This mod is like Sand Force. Yeah, it's Sand Force and everything. Like
Iron Head's resisted, but I would argue it still does like 30%. Because I was only max HP. I wasn't defensive vested.
Yeah. So I want to see.
Because your Life Orb too, yeah, you do like a solid 30, 35, and then EQ easily cleans up with sand damage.
I'm assuming as well, like it would do that. So let's just do max HP, low 50, Earthquake in the sand. You're not max HP though. You were 244.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't KO you, because actually it does 24 to 28 in the sand. And then it does 62 to 73. I mean, you would have been like a.
Yeah. You would have been plus sand damage.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So with sand as well. I forgot the 6% added. So every roll is this would be 30 plus 68, which is only 2 points off. So unless I get absolute min on both of them, you would die.
Yeah.
Literally. So I mean, it is.
In conclusion. Doesn't matter, know your spread, Joey here.
That's
just doing Joey shit, the usual. In conclusion, Joey knows how to battle. Breaking news: Joey wins. Nah. I had a good time.
I enjoyed it too. I'm actually not feeling the best, so I felt like we were on pretty even playing terms. You're tired.
Oh, so
and I'm dying.
Okay, now we're flexing. You're like, I was in my prime. Still 4-0'd you.
No, I'm talking about the conditions.
Like if I was really on my bullshit, I would have 7-0'd you. I would have like relax. I
would have won the game before we played. I would be like, good game. You said have fun. I said good game, and you would have said good game.
Turn 1 GG. The confidence, I love it.
That's so funny. I'm gonna do that one day and just forfeit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend like 5 hours connecting like some of the people in the league for whatever reason, and then I'm going to be like, I'm gonna get the first battle. I'm gonna get an explosion with my mon, and I'm gonna say GG. And that's the whole game.
I'll never forget one of my first Showdown videos I did like years ago. Some guy, his only team was just a level 1 like Focus Sash Pain Split Nose Pass, just to like sweep like. It was like no, it wasn't. It was like sturdy.
Yeah, sturdy,
like
sturdy. Shed shell.
Sturdy bear. Yeah, it was like it was.
Shell bell. I think it could be shell bell, because you get back the endeavor and then you get back the little health after.
No, he just had pain split.
Oh yeah, pain split. Duh.
Yeah, he just pain split like all your life way to get it back, and then just went back down to sturdy pain split. The only way you win is like if the roll's not in his favor and you somehow live, and the pain split doesn't bring him back to 8 like full health.
Wait, does he have like sand up? How's it win? How can it even win? It's one Pokemon. Is it 1v1? It's just 1v1 itself. Like it was 1v1.
Yeah. Ladder? So literally, bro, you take one nose pass right with sturdy, give it pain split.
Yeah, give it berry juice. Yeah, and
not even that. You could just have it. Because like it's level 1, so like you have a mon that hits it, you break it down to sturdy, it pain splits you, it takes like all your health or like enough until it comes back, like it brings you down to him. He
like
goes
toxic,
full.
yeah, it clicks like toxic at the end and then wins or something like that. Yeah, that's funny.
It's random. I forgot how that video's so old. I forgot how it went down.
I remember playing a lot of those. There's a lot of mods that could do that. They're so annoying. I brought level 2 nose past the Ubers before. It was also very annoying for my opponent. Like, you don't know what you're doing, as I take half your health on all your mods. But, yeah, overall, bro, was a very fun game. And
GG.
Good game. Guys, go and check out Patty. Like I said, we have a series on his channel that you guys should all go ahead and check out. Do you have any closing words?
Yeah, a series that we did called LCW. I actually plugged in the beginning of my battle as well.
Hey.
And then, yeah, I mean, I just got my standard projects and stuff like that, and then, and when life slows down, we'll get back on the LCW train again.
For sure. Guys, sub to him. His link is down below.
Yeah, no, I just hit 21,500 subs for the 4th time. I love to see it.
Guys, I would like to hit 300K by the end of the year. Please subscribe.
Yeah, you should. That'd be heat.
I hate every day when I look. Well, not every day. Like, but I understand. Like one day it'll be like 250k 425, and then 3 hours, 250k 397. I was like, what do you guys? No, what are you going?
Please, come back.
Please.
Yeah, because you're at 250 right now. First of all, congrats, quarter of a million.
Thank you.
Like that's nothing to sneeze at. You're at, bro. You have more subscribers than like most Middle America towns, and
That's
all
awesome.
we do is play pixels, bro.
It'd be
Like,
so
that's
great if we could just all
flex.
come together and just attack other people. Like,
Bro, what?
Like what? So you wouldn't want a personal army? That'd be great. I would lead it. Obviously, I'm no jerk.
Okay,
I'll be right in front.
so is it an army at that point? Because an army kind of sounds more negative connotation.
Whoa! We're a happy army.
Oh, okay. So
We-
you
we
just be
steal-
like
we
a
steal
flash
from-
mob.
We steal from the rich.
Okay, so you're like the Robin Hoods. I'm here for
Yeah,
it.
we're the well, I mean, we're like the Robin World, like.
All quarter millennial.
That's it, Draco Gang. That's it. That's why we're that. But
Right, dude. On the news, new gang arises called Draco Gang. Billion. It's like, what do they do to the society? They're like, I don't know. They play Pokemon Go.
we just walk around playing Pokemon on our Switches and Showdown. We just walk around with laptop. Oh my god! Imagine that many people just.
I had a kid call me a pleb because I had to calm a choke. Like, sorry. I don't even know what that means. This kid just came up to me.
All right, guys.
Like, oh, you're running jolly Rampardos.
I hope my subs aren't like that. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Check out Patty. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Later.